couldn't get over the people, how stupid, standing there.
They were drunk.
Yeah.
They were drunk.
Yeah.
You ever go to Europe, you'll see why. When they have one of them soccer games, everybody in there's, they can barely walk to get to the game. That's the most violent bunch. That's the only time I ever been to something where I got scared and got the hell away from them. They started coming in walls and they was chanting. I didn't know crap about it. Hell, I was just down there with a girl. It was in Scotland. And I guess it was the Catholics and the Protestants and I got in between them. One of them had blue on, one had red. The pastor started breaking out backs and stuff right there at the where he was catching the trolleys.
Yeah.
And shit, I got the hell out of there. Buddy, I was American. I was hollering like everybody else at first, but they kept getting louder at the other end. And I thought, what the hell's going on? I thought they was going to have a big party or something. No, they was coming to fight.
Man.
I seen them bats and I got the hell out of there. I'm bad, buddy, but I can run.
But you saw from those films just how fast a fire can consume something.
Amazing.
It is. We think when a house catches on fire and it's it's going to take. We've got plenty of time to get out of here.
And get everything out.
And you don't. Yeah. And you don't. You don't have that much time. You've got a matter of minutes before in less than about 5 minutes that whole stadium was engulfed in fire. And in about 39 seconds, 40 seconds, that whole room was engulfed to where nobody could have gotten out of it and nobody could have gotten through that room. It's very important to not only have action plans for your workplace, but also for your home as well. We spend a lot of time developing action plans. We develop a lot of emergency response plans while we're at work. But how often do we develop those things for at home? Has anybody ever practiced a fire drill at work? Had a fire drill at work?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever practiced one at home? No. Okay. And that fire can happen just as easily at home as it can at work. That's why it's so important to keep these exit routes and get your emergency action plans, your fire prevention plans, and your fire protection in place. When that smoke gets that way, it gets to that point, the only thing that you're going to be able to do is get down on your hands and knees and get out of there. And if you get down on your hands and knees and you're trying to get out of that inferno, that fire that's there, and somebody's put something in the way and it's got you blocked, just even if you know that whole area like the back of your hand, just turning a little bit can get you so disoriented that you'll wind up crawling back into where the fire is at. We were down in Texas. My ex-girlfriend and I were down in Texas a couple of years, or last year before last, watching the Texas race, the NASCAR race, the spring race down there. And the hotel we checked into, we were there, and I always, when I check into a hotel, when I'm out traveling, I always check my exit routes. That's the first thing I do. When I get to my room, I go in, I put my bags down, I look at the door, and I find where my exit routes are at, where all my exit routes are at. And she's going, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm just looking at our exit routes and where that's at. But in this particular hotel down in Texas, they had a fire escape, or they had the fire exit, the exit sign up high, and they had another one down low as well. And she said, well, why don't they got a fire escape or an exit sign up high and an exit sign down low? I said, because if this place is on fire and that smoke's going up and you're down on your hands and knees, wouldn't it be nice to have an exit sign right down there to be able to see it? And that's why they put them down there. It's good thinking. And that's about the only hotel I've ever seen that has that. I don't know if that's standard in Texas or not. I've never seen it in any other Texas hotel, but that one happened to have them down at about eye level, about knee level on it. Okay.
Next time you get a girlfriend, you might not let her see that though while you're doing that.
No, that's true.
That kind of sends a bad impression. What are you looking for? The exit route?
The exit route to get out of
He ain't getting that off me tonight.
Yeah.
He's looking to cut and run.
Get out of here. Fires and explosions kill more than 200 and injure more than 5,000 workers each year. And think of that. Kill more than 200 and injure more than 5,000 every year. As we'll be talking about that small town around here, that many people get injured every year because of fires and explosions in the workplace. Okay? There's a long and tragic history of workplace fires in this country caused by problems with fire exits and extinguishing systems. where fire systems just don't work, or they don't work like they're supposed to. OSHA requires employers to provide proper exits, firefighting equipment, and employee training. There again, there's that training thing again. Employee training to help prevent fire deaths and injuries in the workplace. That's always a portion that employers seem to forget sometimes is, well, we've provided them with the proper exits, we've given them proper firefighting equipment, we've done all this stuff, but we don't train our people on how to do it and how to use it. We don't give them fire drills. We don't train them on where these fire drills are at. Oh, well, just look at your evacuation routes. You don't train them these things. And unless you train people on how to do stuff, then when it comes down to it, they're not going to know what to do. Okay? Continuous and unobstructed path of exit travel from any point within a workplace to a place of safety, including refuge area, is an exit route. Okay? Exit routes consist of 3 parts. All right, there are 3 parts to an exit route. You have to have the exit access, the exit itself, and then the exit discharge. All right, and in order to have a complete exit route, you have to have those 3 parts. The exit access, that is going to the exit. That's getting to where you have to get out at. That is your exit access. That is your walkways. That is your fire escape ways, your egress paths. Okay? Then you have your exit itself. Your exit itself is what? Your door, your whatever it is you're getting out, window, whatever it is that you're going to be getting out of. That's your exit. And then your exit discharge, that's where you're going, that's where you're actually winding up at. Okay? Your exit has to lead to a place to where it's going to lead you to an open area. It can't lead you out into a place to where it's got a big fenced area in there and you can't get out. You can't get any farther than that. Then you're going to get burned up inside the fence. Right? So you have to be open to a clear area that you can get away from the building. Some of the basic requirements for an exit route is they must be permanent and there must be enough exits in the proper arrangement for quick escape. Exits must be separated by fire-resistant materials, generally fire doors. They have fire doors that are going to shut that will help block this off, block the fire and keep it from spreading. Openings into an exit must be limited to those necessary to allow access to the exit or to the exit discharge. And an opening into an exit must be protected by an approved self-closing fire door that remains closed or automatically closes in an emergency. That's the fire doors that are there. Now, there's one plant that I was in that had the fire doors, the old fire doors that were on the rails, that were sitting up on the rails. You've seen those before, to where they're up and the rails are on a slant and they've got a fusible link on them. When that fire gets to there, they bust that fusible link and that door's going to shut, and it's going to shut fast. You don't want to be standing in that doorway when it shuts, because it's going to hit you and it's not going to feel good. Okay? You'll have half of you on each side of it. And these are big, heavy doors, and they're made to be heavy doors, so they will shut fast. Generally, those older doors like that are asbestos filled. And asbestos, as we were saying before, asbestos is one of the best fire resistant or fire retardant and fire blocks that you can get. That's why so much of the fire block was made that way. That's why so many of the fire doors were made that way. It's because they are so good. Okay? Exit discharge. Each exit discharge must lead directly outside or to a street, walkway, refuge area, a public way, or an open space within access to the outside that is large enough to accommodate all the building's occupants that are likely to use that exit route. So in other words, the exit that you're going, the discharge area that you're going through, if you've got 50 people that may be going through that exit discharge, then that area outside has to lead to an opening into a spot that is going to be able to handle at least 50 people. Okay? Or be open to a public street, public walkway, something like that. Exit stairs that continue beyond the level on which the exit discharge is located must be interrupted on that level by doors, partitions, or other effective means that clearly indicate the direction of travel to the exit discharge. All right? What that means is, as you're coming